I don't think I have much time to talk right now. I feel sick to my stomach. I'm sure that a lot of you have seen the news about another shooting in Texas at a elementary school. The trauma, the absolute just anger for the current state of this world is so frustrating, you all. And I just gotta be honest. I just really feel in my heart, you all, that if America does not shape up, we're doomed. I mean, this country's doomed. I really feel that in my soul because these politicians are getting NRA money. They're getting money from these gun lobbyists and these companies that sell these guns. They don't care about these kids. They don't care about us. They don't care about anybody. And the quicker that people put their political affiliation and their political party aside and realize that, the better. The better that we all have a chance of surviving, tragedy after tragedy, catastrophe after catastrophe. Right now the American people are being abused. That's just the bottom line. We are being abused financially. We're being abused in terms of lack of security, lack of health care, lack of access, basically everything. And it's just so sick to me. It's it's really beyond words, but it's so sick to me that convince the whole flippin' world that we're so great and we're so helpful and we love all our citizens, and the senior citizens are good and the kids are good and the young couples that are having kids are good, and it could not be farther from the truth. It literally could not be farther from the truth. I mean, why do you think people are not having kids? Why are people having kids send their kids to school to be shot and killed? Nobody wants to have kids and nobody who really cares about kids and cares about safety, and is thinking logically wants to have a bunch of kids, bring their kids into a world like this. I don't. I've always said that if I would ever have kids in America, I would change a lot about, their life and my life, and I would definitely take as much dramatic measures I would have to take to protect them, because I know that, you know, they're not gonna protect our kids. They're not gonna protect, basically anybody at this point. So I'm aware, I really have not been on YouTube. I was gonna do a video, yesterday. I couldn't even sleep. I literally could not sleep properly after this news. And I've just been trying to process it. I've really been trying to just like, figure out, what's next. We've all, I mean, there's so many, and the thing is, you all, there's so many people, regardless of politics, who are trying to get the message out here. There's so many people in the spiritual community, people that have their own podcasts and their own shows and their own websites. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but there's so many people. The good thing is that there's so many people that are on the front lines who are trying to stop this evil, who are trying to stop all these crazy agendas and plans they have to destroy us, to replace us, with AI, with technology, with robots. The list goes on and on and on. And it literally feels like you wake up in a nightmare. A lot of times living in America feels like you're getting up in a nightmare. And then I know other countries can say, oh, well, at least you have this and at least you have that. I mean, I think it's safe to say at this point that every country has their issue and their key issues, but America is just a different breed. Truthfully, I think that it's not good to compare pain, because pain is pain, and I don't want to make it seem like that, but I'm saying that America has propped itself up so high and is falling every day. you know um my heart just goes out to I mean, not just the shooting victims, but I feel like everybody. I feel like everybody who's lost someone from the pandemic, from gun violence, from police violence, police brutality, I mean, drugs, I think that the list is so long that it's like this is a tall order, at this point, this is a tall order. I think even for God, I saw so many people saying this earth is finished. I mean, this world is finished. People have lost hope. People don't even think that things are ever going to get better. And when you see people out on one accord, literally on one accord, saying that they feel like nothing is ever going to change, nothing is ever going to get better, it's disheartening. But I and many others online who are always trying to get the messages out here and spiritual downloads out here like I have. I've been telling you all from the top of the year, from 2018, from 2017, I was so focused on the messages that I had to give the world, the things that I had to do with this channel, that I was not looking to my left or right, and it's not until now that I've taken a break where I'm looking around, I'm like, bro, the good thing is there's so many people who don't like what's happening. The good thing is that there's so many people, who are making videos, who are tweeting out, who are, literally going outside and protesting and doing the groundwork. I mean, there is people out here. So don't lose hope completely. There is people like you and me who actually give a damn. Many people have lost hope. I don't want to minimize that. Many people have lost their minds. Many people feel like this is just the new reality. This is just the world that we've been dealt. But I want to say, for the sake of the kids, nobody's going to want to have kids. Nobody's going to want to bring kids into a world like this. It's so sad for me to say this to you all, but like, nobody wants to bring their kids into a world where they can take their kid to school and their kid never comes home. And people just have to realize that, put the race and all this stuff, just put that to the side, put the ego to the side, and realize that regardless of like what your skin color is, and America is so archaic, we need to move past that. But, and that's a whole other video. But what's happening right now, what I'm seeing happening before my eyes, is abuse. It's absolute abuse. American people are being abused. We are being abused in every sense of the word. We're being censored. We're being taken down. We're being bullied. We're being financially castrated. If you don't have certain vaccines or whatever, you can't travel, you can't work. Even though I made that choice to get the vaccine for my own reasons, my own protection, to each one's own. We're not going to debate that. Even though I have it, I don't believe in telling people you must have anything. It should be a choice, and that's my stance on a lot of stuff. Like, it should be a choice. So tell me why, in order to go on vacation, you have to meet their requirements. And these requirements are not small requirements, ladies and gentlemen. These are requirements that could damage your health. These are requirements that are being pressed upon us. These are things that are being imposed on us. We're not being given the choice. They're basically saying, you do what we tell you to do, or you're screwed. You're dead. And that's the reality. This is the reality that people need to wake up to, not just with the freaking little pandemic. The pandemic was just the beginning. Okay? The pandemic was just like the icing on the cake. That's nothing compared to what they have in store. Okay? Oh my God, my thing was still on mute, you all. One second. You guys, I'm gonna go in my car. It's really busy. It's really noisy. My dog is barking and my thing was on mute. So I'm gonna go in my car and talk to you all. Give me a second, okay? One sec. Okay, so I'm in my car to finish this video. Really busy today. So I'm kind of blocked in. As you can see, the work. Oh my God. One sec, you all. Yeah, as you all can see, I'm not BSing. The work truck is behind my car. So if I wanted to go on the road and finish this video, I can't even do that because I'm blocked in. So I'll just finish the video in the car because this message still needs to get out here. So yeah, I just want to, honestly, you all, I still want us to, you know, keep the faith. As crazy as it sounds, I think that we just need to understand that these people that are currently in power are evil. You know, they're beyond evil. I don't think that the word evil or malicious or crazy even, you know, really encapsulates what these people, these beings are. You know, it's not a good being. I don't know what they really necessarily are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people saying that certain, like, you know, like Bill Gates and Elon and all these weirdos, you know, we could say, oh, they're aliens or they're this or that. I mean, to me, that's not even cutting it. You know, this is a different type of spiritual warfare that's happening right now, you know, and I just think that, you know, this is the priority. You know what I'm saying? Like the current carnage and abuse that is happening, especially in America and across the world right now, is what should be the focus and how to fix this, you know, how to move forward. I think that, you know, everything else is just frivolous, is just BS, to be honest with you. I think that, you know, me coming on here and, you know, doing cute videos, you know, I miss that time period, but you know, when I go back in my own archive, when I go back in my own videos, you know, and the videos I've made of even weeks ago, months ago, you know, I saw this coming, you know. In fact, even the shooting in Texas of those innocent babies, you know what I'm saying? When I woke up that morning, when the shooting happened, I felt some kind of way, you know. I can't 100% describe to you all, you know, the ins and outs of like the feelings, but like my stomach was turning, you know. I wasn't feeling well, you know. I remember waking up and saying, I just don't feel well, you know. I'm looking at the current state of the world. I'm not letting the world get to me because, you know, through meditation and mindfulness, you know, I have trained myself to not like let things get to me in that way, you know, still showing sympathy, still, you know, being upset, but like not letting it overtake me. You see what I'm saying? So when I woke up that morning before I saw the news, you know, I felt weird. I felt like something bad was going to happen. You know, I did. And then when I saw the news, I was like, wow, you know, another one, you know, another shooting, another massacre, like really, you know. And there's so many questions as to, you know, why does this keep happening? You know, is there some other, you know, plan? Are they hiring people? You know, the list is just, truthfully, the list is just so long as to the ins and outs of the manufacturing of these, you know, horrible tragedies. I think that there's something just so much more evil behind the scenes that they're not telling us about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the gas is over $7, over $5. You know, you can't get essentials at the grocery store. You can't get essentials at, homeware and hardware stores. You know, buying wood, buying metal, buying copper. You know, you can't get hardly anything. You know, you have to really just literally pray or literally just try your luck, you know what I'm saying? And just be positive and still live the world as usual. But I think that we're getting to a point where even those who are positive and even those who are manifestors like myself and like you, who are, you know, so optimistic, it's getting to a point where even the optimistic are feeling like there's no hope. There's just nothing, there's no way forward. Like, they're looking into the future, and even if they're good, even if their families are okay, they're looking at the rest of the people who are not awake, who are, under mind control, who are being attacked, who are being killed in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? And they're scratching their head and saying, this is not right. The way the world is currently just is not right. Something needs to be done. And I'm sad to tell you all, but we need a revolution. We need a complete overthrow, overhaul, a complete halt to all of this. I'm sorry, but right now, the so-called peace path is just not the way. I think that people really need to revolt. People need to push back and stop doing certain things, stop continuing life as is until things are changed, policy wise, legislation. People have to show their anger at this point, because clearly what we're already doing is not working. Clearly the people that are holding all the cards and effing us up the ass, you know what I'm saying? They don't feel our pain. They don't care that these babies are going to school and not coming home. They obviously don't care, because it keeps happening. So this is going to have to be a higher level of intervention, people, that I don't think that people are ready for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if people revolt, are people willing to go without, days of no food, no water, no gas? I mean, are people honestly strong enough to go against these people, these so-called elites? Nothing elite about them, but, are people willing to put their money where their mouth is? I am. I've been ready. I've been ready, but I don't think that. I think the sad thing is that, the power is in numbers, people. The power is in numbers. And if you don't have those numbers to overthrow what's happening here, we're gonna get bulldozed over. We're gonna totally get cast aside and ran over, and that's just the reality. I'm not gonna name any names, but because it's not necessary, because y'all can do your own homework. But I'm just saying, like, there is people who are on the front lines, including myself, who for years have, regardless of YouTube guidelines and policy and all this stuff, have come on here, telling the truth, like telling you all, this is what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Either you get with it, or you're gonna get ran over. You're gonna get impacted in a way that you're not gonna like. And I've been calling this out from 2016, 2017, 2018. I've been saying this, and it's not until now that I've taken a step back that I'm finally seeing other people who make videos and other people who are talking about what's going on. I've been talking about this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have, I mean, I have a good following, but like, people have their own lives, you know what I'm saying? And people don't, people are going through their own stuff as well as I am, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of have to just prioritize, like, what is, important and what needs to be pushed to the front opposed to the back. And I'm telling y'all that if people don't start to revolt and stand up for themselves and cry out in the streets, we are fucked. I'm telling you, not just America, the whole lot of us are doomed. You know what I'm saying? And then you're really going to have to want Jesus to come back, if that's what you believe. At that point, you're really going to have to want Jesus, so-called Jesus, to come back in the clouds, because at that point, no one's going to be able to help us. I even heard how in Australia, they're trying to ban people from planting their own vegetation. There's certain countries right now that are trying to get positioned and ready. Look it up yourself, where they're trying to say that if you have your own garden, if you have your own fruits and vegetables, they want to shut that down. They're so crazy that they want to get it to a point where we can't even have our own food. We can't even produce our own food in our own backyard or in our houses or apartments. They want to control everything about us. And people are sitting and taking it, especially Americans. They're sitting there, they're taking it, they're bowing their head, but they're not doing nothing about it. To be frank, I ain't seen nobody, go to no damn gas station with a bunch of signs, and I ain't see no anger. I see it on social media, but like in real life, the things that they're putting us through, you would expect people to be up in arms on the street about. And I ain't seen it yet. You know, I can't do it alone. You see what I'm saying? I can't do it alone. So I mean, it is game over. You know what I'm saying? Like the jig has been up, y'all. But the fact that people are just taking the abuse and everything else that comes with it, the toxic work environment, the low pay, the crazy just overtaking of our work schedule, you know, not being able to see our, you know, people with kids, people not being able to take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You're just a work slave. You know what I'm saying? When you're going to you're getting paid, you know, minimum wage, you're getting paid just above that or whatever the case may be, paying all this money back for your degree. And then they want to raise everything by the day, not even by the week, not even by the month. They want to raise prices every single day, you know, and it's sad because even when, as I'm talking to all, I'm so fair. I'm so, I could see it all to the point where I could even say to you all, me sitting here talking is like the same thing, you know, saying, oh, well, you're talking, but you're not doing nothing. But what I'm saying is the strength is in numbers. You know, it's not just one person that has to be in the street or go to DC or whatever and take this ish down. It can't be one person, y'all. It has to be all of us. And that's what I don't think people are getting. It literally needs to be every single person saying, I'm not going to take this abuse. I'm not going to be controlled. I'm not going to live in I'm not going to live in a world like this anymore. You know, my child is not going to go to school and get shot. My child is going to stay at home. All the kids withdraw from the school. Like, it's got to get to that level or it's not going to change. And that's just the way I see it, is like, unless it's a dramatic reaction and action to what's happening, nothing is going to change. And so if this year passes 2022, so-called 2023, you know, the months go by, the years go by, and it's getting worse, nobody should be shocked because people like myself and other people on YouTube and other... Okay, I'm back, you all. It's so hot in my car that I had to put like this sun visor to block out the sun from behind my phone because it's overheating my phone so badly. I that's why I was rushing to talk in the video. For those who are wondering why I'm talking so quickly, I was talking quickly because I knew that if I didn't hurry up, the phone was gonna say temperature overheat or whatever and knock the thing out. But now that I have the sun visor, I have this sun thing in front, as you guys can see right here. I have it in the back of my phone. So, you know, it should block out majority of the radiation on to my phone that's making it overheat and not be able to function, you know, because when the sun is that hot, technology don't work. Okay, so I just want to, you know, I want to wrap up this video soon so that, you know, YouTube gets to process it and get it out here. But I just want you all to know that, you know, talk is cheap. You know, talk is absolutely cheap. And it's getting to a point now that if people in masses, I mean, when I say masses, close to trillions, billions, millions, the whole 9 yards. You know, if everybody don't get in position and wake the hell up, it is game over at that point. And it is a situation where they're going to carry out their agenda. They're going to do what they want to do with human beings, so-called human beings. They're going to do what they want to do with people, and no one's going to stop it, clearly. I mean, that's the point that it's getting to, that if massive change does not happen within the next couple of weeks, I would even say weeks at this point, because the prices of everything is so high and so abnormal that people should not be just sitting here and taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really should be enraged, and you know, there should be just I think honestly at this point there should be like almost, you know, an organization of people, you know, and communities, you know what I'm saying, talking with each other, trying to really make something shake here, you know. But they have everything so clunked down and so you know, watched and eagle-eyed that They don't want people to be able to even get, they don't even want people to even be able to even think like this, even talk like this. They want everybody to just sit in their little houses, and take the abuse. And I'm not, every time that something injustice happen, I don't just, stay quiet. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I've never just stayed quiet when some BS is going down. I've always been a person to speak out, always, whether it's in a workplace situation, online, whatever. Like, I've always, never been afraid to say what I feel, and I really just want to say, you all, like, I definitely think that we're getting to a point where people just have to stop being so selfish. I think the problem is that so many people are comfortable. They're comfortable where they're at, or, they don't want to mess up their lives. They don't want to get hurt, so they're not going to do nothing. But, like, I'm telling y'all, at this point, if a lot of people don't do something, it's going to get worse. And then there's not going to be any kumbaya in the near future. There's not going to be anything to rest our hat on and say, hope. Like, there's not even gonna be that lingo. Like, it's just gonna be complete control and tyranny and destruction and sadness, and it's gonna be even worse. Like, it's gonna be 20 times worse. So I really hope that people just, this video has validated your feelings. And it's a very confusing time, because people who, do believe in law of attraction and positivity and manifestation and, making your dreams come true, no matter what, they always say, no matter what, go after your dreams and work hard. And, it's confusing, because, like myself, you just leave college, you're supposed to begin your adult life, independently, pay this, do that, go here, go there, and look at the state of the world. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are not in my position where you've just graduated college and you're in the workforce and you're working, what's going on out here. You see that their people are suffering, and it's just crazy to me that people have not done something. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't think that any of us have the magic answer, but a lot of us do have good ideas. I think that me, myself included, we do have a lot of good ideas on how to stop this. But like I said, the problem is the numbers. People that are awake, they're hiding, they're hiding away. They don't want to, come out and say, hey, I see the system for what it is. People are very close, tight-lipped, and that's the problem. They're hiding behind different facades. And until people break out of that and realize that people are suffering and kids are being harmed, and there's just so much evilness in the world and craziness in the world that needs to be fixed, it's never going to get done. It's going to keep happening. Look at the child labor. Look at all the things happening. Not just the shootings, not just the lack of gun reform. Look at all the things happening. The list literally goes on and on and on. And I just wanted to come on here, and I know that I don't really like to, I hate to speak on tragic events. I really don't like to perpetuate that negative energy, because we are talking about a negative event that happened, to innocent kids. But at the same exact time, I feel like, why would I not speak out? Why would I not tell you all how I'm feeling about just everything going on? This is why, I stopped doing a lot of stuff on my channel. You guys know this. People that actually follow me and are like legit loyal subscribers of mine and actually care about the world we live in and people, like, you guys know what time it is. People that want to keep acting like nothing's happening, their day's gonna come, bro, for real. Like, people act like, oh, everything is all sweet. No, it's just not sweet. Like, this is the end, bro. This is like the end game right here. And if people don't wake up and see that, we're gonna be in for the fucking ride of our lives. It's gonna be terrible. Right now I'm really trying to get my garden up and running, my fruit and veg. You guys know about my vegan cleanse. If you haven't seen my vegan cleanse, my 7-day documentation, my vegan cleanse, go check it out. I know I don't have much battery on my phone, so I gotta go soon. I got like 10% on my phone, not even that. So I gotta go soon, you all. But I've switched up my eating. I'm leaning more towards, vegan, you know, not intaking all this different kinds of meat, and I'm not into it, you know what I'm saying? I've never really been into it, you know. I've never been into it. You know, when I was in earlier years in college and high school, I was vegan for months at a time. I would actually go months at a time, and I'd feel so much better, you know. And then it's just life and stress gets to you and knocks you off your saddle, and you go right back to eating food you don't want to eat. You see what I'm saying? But since my cleanse, I could tell you all, I've incorporated so much more fruit and veg in my life. Every meal I have has a salad or fruit salad or something, majority. And I try to really limit, you know, seafood intake. If I have to have meat, which is a last resort, you know, it's like one slice or just one little dollop. Like, I'm not even into it, because that's also perpetuating the barbaricness in us. You know, killing animals for food is barbaric. You know what I'm saying? It's perpetualizing that same negative energy. And so we're trying to get away from that. So it's a shift. It's a shift in how you think. But a lot of people don't have the balls. You know, a lot of us who just know what's going on, we've been getting ready for this. Like, we see people are doormat. They're doormat, bro. They're so conceited. They're so selfish that they're like, you know what? I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not even going to, even a video like this, I'm not going to do this because, you know, I'm good. My bills are paid. Selfish. You know, your bills can still be paid, but you need to be active. You need to be proactive in your local community. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on top of it, like on top of the affairs happening, not just in your community, but the world, your state, your country. Be on top of it. Look at what's happening in Sri Lanka. You know, this video could be so much longer, you all, but I gotta go because my phone's gonna go dead. But I just want you all to know that I'm on that time. I'm not on the foo-foo bullshit. I'm not on that. I'm on the time of something needs to happen quick. Something needs to happen on a mass conscious level, awareness, where people are aware of how badly they're being taken advantage of. Their energy, their time, their money, their kids, their union, their marriage. People need to look at in depth how many ways this current system is using our energy, harvesting energy. People need to really take a good look and say, wow, I've been played. We're all being played this whole time. And unless everybody is on that wave, I can guarantee you almost nothing's going to change. Maybe France is going to protest. Maybe, you know, Africa will do their own little thing. But as far as like the Western countries, nah, because they're so, like I said, they're so selfish and comfortable, and they're so against, you know, real change. Because if they actually want a real change, it would be happening right now. You know what I'm saying? People would be enraged. But I'm not seeing that. For the most part, I'm not seeing that. So it looks like, you know, all of us around the world are kind of just in our little, you know, in our own like section, you know what I'm saying? Like throwing the pom-poms up when we can. But for the most part, it just feels like we're not really, it just feels like we're all not on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of race, regardless of color, I keep telling you, creed, color don't matter. Like, everybody needs to be on the same page for this to actually happen. And we're not. People in the world are not. So I am just bracing for impact. I don't know about you all watching right now, but I don't have a good feeling about this year. I don't have a good feeling about really nothing right now, except, you know, when I go to work and when I'm living in this world, I'm just, you know, I'm so emotionally detached from the BS, the 9 to 5, all that. Like, I'm so out of that. Like, I'm so out of that. And it's just about like the minimum, like the bare minimum. Like, the bare minimum for me right now is just like my bills are paid. I'm healthy. I'm getting, you know, vitamins, minerals. Like, that's the minimum. That's the minimum. And that's what I'm on. And then outside of that, you know what I'm saying? I don't let it affect me, but I do want change. I do want to see a lot of change in this world. I do. But it's like, who? What? At what cost? Are people even willing, you know, to spare a couple lives to get change? You know, it may take that. You know, I gotta be honest. It may take people losing their lives, you know what I'm saying, on the front line to get shit popping. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It may be that. I think some people are scared. People are scared of the fact that maybe they are going to go against this and they're going to get shot. I'm just going to say it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lose their job or something's going to happen. But like, We're already being pressed down, y'all. We're already being castrated. So what more can they do? You know what I'm saying? What more can they do? So yeah, the work guy's gonna move his car. It's okay. I'm getting out now. It's all right. I don't know. But yeah, you all, this is my video. I gotta go handle some business at home. Obviously, the work truck is behind me, so I gotta go. But yeah, you all, that's what I think is happening. People are just afraid of the inevitable. But the inevitable is the inevitable. And people just need to understand that in order to get our freedoms and set up for ourselves, we gotta go the extra mile. It's not enough to just tweet about it, talk about it. We got to do something. Something on a big level needs to happen. Until that day comes, I don't think that I don't think that anything is going to change. It's only going to get worse. And I'm telling you all that with full confidence. Unless everybody, at least one whole state is something. 2 states, 3 states, can we get that even? Can we get 3 states? 3 states even to cooperate? Can we? Even that would make a dramatic shift in the energy. But I just don't know if it's possible. So anyway, you all, share this message where you can, for real. You know, watch this video over again. Really understand what I'm saying. And I got to get off here, y'all. I got to take care of business at home. All right, love y'all. Take care. Bye.